Today, we'll talk about the biggest mystery in 21st century astronomy, about an invisible giant 10 times more massive than Earth, about a planet called the Killer, not because it's dangerous, but because it destroys scientists' old theories. It's not visible in telescopes, but the math says it must be there, the mystery of Planet 9. Let's get to the bottom of it. First, a little background. Until 2006, we had 9 planets. Everyone remembers the mnemonic: My Happy Bear, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. Bear. And then Pluto was excluded. Why? It turned out that Pluto is simply one of thousands of icy bodies beyond Neptune. Ceres, an asteroid. Eris, almost like Pluto. If we'd kept Pluto, we'd have had to add 10 more new planets. Astronomers debated for 3 years. Ultimately, Pluto was demoted. Only 8 planets remained. And then, literally 10 years later, scientists noticed something odd. Objects beyond Neptune weren't moving as they should. Imagine watching a flock of birds in a park. Most of them fly erratically, but suddenly, the 6 furthest birds begin circling in exactly the same direction, synchronized, as if guided by an invisible shepherd. This is exactly what the Kuiper Belt, the region of icy objects beyond Neptune, looks like. Astronomers noticed that the 6 largest Kuiper Belt objects have oddly elongated orbits, all tilted in the same direction. The chances of this being a coincidence are 1 in 10,000. Michael Brown and Konstantin Batygin of the California Institute of Technology declared, "Either we're incredibly lucky, or there's something big out there, something that's gravitationally pulling these objects together." They called it Planet 9, and they calculated its mass, about 10 times the mass of Earth. So, what kind of planet is this? It's not a gas giant like Jupiter, more like a mini Neptune, an icy core, a thick atmosphere of hydrogen and helium. The surface temperature is near absolute zero, minus 240 degrees Celsius. Its orbit is insane. Its closest approach to the Sun is 10 times farther than Neptune's, and its furthest reach is 40 times farther than Neptune's. One complete orbit around the Sun takes between 10 and 20,000 years. The last time this planet was here was when the last ice age was ending on Earth. Not a single written civilization existed then. That's why it's so difficult to find. It's too dim and too slow. Even with the most powerful telescope, Planet 9 will be thousands of times dimmer than Pluto. Imagine you're looking for a black fly in a giant stadium at night with a weak flashlight, and the fly moves. That's the task of astronomers. As of today, about 80% of the proposed search area has been scanned. But so far, nothing. This is beginning to frighten some scientists and excite others. The Vera Rubin Observatory in Chile will soon enter the picture. It has the largest digital camera in the world, 3 and 2 gigapixels. It will begin a full sky survey in 2025 to 2026. If Planet 9 exists, Vera Rubin will find it, or prove it doesn't exist. But there are skeptics too. Some astronomers say there is no Planet 9. The anomaly can be explained differently. The first theory is that it's not the planet that distorts the orbits, but the combined gravitational effect of thousands of small objects in the Kuiper Belt. Like the gravity of all the people in a room, microscopic, but if you add it all up, it could make a difference. The second theory, even more exotic, is that it's not a planet, but a primordial black hole, about the size of an orange, but with a mass 5 to 10 times that of Earth. Such a hole lacks an accretion disk, is non-luminous, and doesn't absorb matter. It's impossible to see, only detect by how it distorts the light of distant stars. So far, no theory has prevailed. But there's an important caveat. If Planet 9 is found, it will be the third most significant revolution in astronomy after Copernicus's heliocentric system and the discovery of Neptune in 1846. Because it will be the first planet discovered by mathematical calculations rather than a telescope. Neptune, by the way, was also initially discovered on paper by perturbations in the orbit of Uranus. Then they trained a telescope on it and saw it. With Planet 9, the situation is more complicated. It's much further away and much darker. And here's the most beautiful thing. We're almost certain if Planet 9 exists, it didn't originate in the solar system. It was most likely captured by the sun's gravity billions of years ago. It's a wandering, orphaned planet ejected from its home system and accidentally trapped by our sun. A killer of old models. And now it's somewhere out there on the edge of darkness, making its 20,000-year circle. The planet hasn't been found yet, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Space is just very big. In 2026, the Vera Rubin Observatory will begin the hunt in earnest. We live in a unique time. We may be on the verge of discovering a new planet. Unless, of course, it finds us first. Just kidding. Or is it? Subscribe to find out if Planet 9 has been found. Thanks for watching.